All right, class, settle down. Class is in session. Everyone get to your seats. Hey there, YouTube. I'm Yukitsu. This is the Yukitsu Times. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to some Don't Starve and a quick little video that I'm going to be doing for all of you. Just as I'm sort of ramping up to get into the second sort of season of this series, I just wanted to sort of do a little bit about this game while I'm prepping for it without actually getting into the series necessarily. And I'm just going to show you a little bit about how I learn about stuff. So this is a new tree that I've never seen. Added in I don't know what patch, and I don't know what they do, so I was actually hoping it would try to kill me. Yeah, so that's basically how I go about learning how to do stuff in this game. It's basically just try it out and see what happens, and hope that whatever it is I'm doing won't kill me. And that gets me killed quite a lot, actually. So the learning process for this game was fairly slow. It was a very trial and error sort of thing for me. And I think that a lot of people sort of watch these sort of guides and just assume that you sort of can figure out all this stuff. And you can figure it out, but you figure it out by failing a lot. So if you're a fan of this this guide that I do for this game, I just want you to sort of keep in mind that this is how you get good at this game, is exploring and trying out new things and seeing what everything does, and really sort of getting a feel for the world in that sort of respect. Let's see here. What can I get rid of here? Nothing really. Okay, well, deal with that later. So I just wanted to sort of talk about that, since I'm in that sort of phase of the game where I kind of feel comfortable about most things, but there's a lot of new content that I sort of want to learn about. So for instance, right now I'm getting ready to go explore the caves again, and it's been a while since I've been in there, and you know, it's changed a lot since I was last in there, but honestly, I don't know what to expect. So it could be really interesting, it could be really sort of nonsense, but we'll have to find out how things go. And that's just how I kind of learn how to play these games. It's a lot of trial, a lot of error in particular, and just figuring out all that different stuff. One of the things that I'm going to be doing for this sort of season is, I think the game sort of has gone in a sort of different direction from the way it originally was, and I don't think that's bad, since you can still play it in the original way that it was meant to be played, just living as long as you can. But now that they've added all this sort of combat, this exploration, this much larger invention tree for magic, I think that a big part of the game is now in its exploration and all that other stuff that I sort of generally avoided in the first year of or first, I guess I'll call it a season of my guides to this game. So now that those are sort of there, I wanted to sort of take a closer look at the new sort of way things are done in terms of combat, in terms of how you typically play it if you're going exploring, if you're going spelunking in particular. So I think that that offers a really new, interesting dynamic, and I'm trying to learn as much as I can about how to prepare for a year of combat instead of just a year of surviving. And I think that that'll make things a little bit different for me. So while I'm figuring that out, expect me to die a lot. I probably will. And expect me to not necessarily succeed a lot, but once I've sort of figured all of that out as best as I possibly can, of course, I will try and get that content to you as soon as possible. But for now, this is pretty much what I've been doing for this game, if you've been missing the series and if you want to see me playing a little bit more. So, as you can see, we've got my little base camp set up as per always, and things are just going pretty much as normal. So this part of the game, I don't think that they've really changed all that much, which I think is actually good to learn. I thought it was interesting that they added those new trees and they don't seem to do anything. Oh, those were living logs. I was not paying attention. I already killed a tree guard since he was harassing me, but okay, I'm just gonna go do that one thing that like pisses everybody that watches my videos off, and cook this corn, because screw you, popcorn's delicious. There we go, perfect. So anyway, I think that this game is still really quite fun. I still liked playing it. It's just I didn't really learn anything new in a while. So this is going to be a little bit tricky potentially for me. We'll see how things work out. I cannot for the life of me find out where to go to get the clockworks right now. It's a little bit different. So there are actually some things that I feel kind of are different this time around. It's hard to really say for sure if they really are or not, or if they just feel that way. It feels as though the map, for example, is larger than it was the first time I did this, like the first time I did the series, and a little bit more disjointed, it almost feels like, and I think that because of that, I'm going to have to start using wormholes more and sort of exploring ways to mark the wormholes. The way that I'm thinking the best way I'm thinking to mark the wormholes is going to be using single wall segments, since I could build, for example, a hay wall or whatever beside one entrance exit thing, and use that on both sides so that people know which way to go for sure. And I think that that would be a good way to sort of mark that off, but we'll have to see. So, yeah, I'm just going to continue playing along and maybe talking about my thoughts a little bit while I do this. One of the things I'm going to be doing for this day is, at this point, I need to get more silk. The spider's nest that I have set up near the beefalo herds is not yet level 3, so I can't really harvest it yet, so we're going to leave that alone. I'm going to go look for that elsewhere, but for now we're doing pretty well in terms of food. We're going to survive winter just fine, and everything's just all perfect and good, and there's nothing that we need to worry about. So, yeah. Eat that, old man winter. One of the things I do have to do, I forgot, is I still have to make a bee box, but I really don't want to make the bee box. The bees are like... There's so freaking many bees right here that I'm worried that I'm going to die. But anyway, yeah, so we're going to go and we're going to get a bunch of the silk. Look at all these asshole bees. Okay, so yeah, we just want to get enough silk to last us through with all of our winter gear and maybe make a replacement top hat, or if we could find some hound's teeth, that would also be fantastic, but we haven't found any of those yet. We did find a beefalo hat, so that's good, I guess. It's peculiar to find a beefalo hat without finding the other things, but anyhow. There's spiders in this forest over here, so we're going to go head over on that direction and hopefully not die. That would be fantastic. That would be really just make my day if we didn't die today. If today was not the day we gasped our last and all that other nonsense. So we're going to try and approach this carefully. As always, we're going to use baskets to catch the spiders, because that's still as it was before. But we're also going to go, like, grave robbing a little bit, because I kind of want to find the stupid gear. And that would be... What's up here? Oh, it's Maxwell's Gate. I skipped that last time I was here. Interesting. But yeah, so we're just basically going to try and get everything that we're going to want before winter sets in, but what I'm also trying to do right now is make it so that I'm more combat ready, and so that I can do some more stuff that facilitates exploration a little bit better. Since the way I had it before was sort of you make a base that sustains itself really, really well. And that's not, I think, going to help you if you decide you want to be an adventurer. So what I'm going to do instead this time is sort of show you how to make a forward outpost. I think that's going to be really useful information, because as it currently is, you just have the one base and it sort of suits you fine. I don't really want to come back here, so I'm just going to destroy these. And, like, you just sort of have your base set up perfectly, and you can live there indefinitely without ever leaving it, and that's sort of a nice way to sort of play the game until you get a good feeling for it, and then you can go exploring. But now that there's a much bigger emphasis on exploration, I think that I want to figure out a way to really get to that exploration part much faster. Oh, crap. What the hell, guys? Okay. Okay. Good. Mostly silk. And one of the things that's going to involve is finding out ways to sort of make permanent camps around the rest of the map, and to have those be viable places for you to sort of retreat to or go to when you feel like you need to take a rest, or when you need to recuperate your health and sanity, and how to stock those up so that they're not going to sort of fade on you while you're out and about adventuring, and or while you're camped out in your main sort of winter base, I could call it. And I think that that's going to be sort of the focus of this season, and also, of course, you know, being prepared for when winter comes and you want to go, say, mining or something like that. That would also be something that I want to talk about, because going mining, I think that's going to be an interesting part for this season. And it's less that I'm going to be talking about it I still think that's not necessarily useful at all for survival. I don't think you need to go down there if you want to sort of make your base as good as it can be. I think that now that they've sort of fleshed it out, it's more of an adventure in its own right, trying to go down to the caves and see how you can do down there and see what you can accomplish. I think that that in its own right is now sort of an adventure of its own. It's part of the game on its own, rather than just going down to survive. I'm not really sure how much more of the game you can really extend out by trying to have it set up so that you're trying to, I don't really even know, explore the game, I guess, is what you're supposed to be doing now. And I'm not sure how interesting that's going to be, because, again, it's not something I've personally done a whole ton of. But it's going to be interesting, I think, figuring out. And hopefully this will all work out pretty well in the end for me. I don't really have any idea if it's going to end up interesting me or if I'm going to do it and I'm not going to end up enjoying it. For adventure mode, my adventure mode thing kind of got like corrupted or something, so I have to actually start that over again, which is okay, I guess. I kind of get the feeling like I was doing it a little bit too rushed, a little bit too hand-handed, so being able to revisit that might be a good idea. But all in all, I still don't think that the adventure mode of this game is necessarily all that well implemented compared to the rest of the game. It's just, I don't think that the game was designed all that well around that sort of idea of adventure survival with nothing at the start, since you sort of want to have a secure build-up period, and trying to build when you're under pressure is just not really that fun. It's a good challenge, though, I guess, is what they're trying to really hammer across. It's just that sometimes games like this, not really necessarily all that interesting when you're working on them as a challenge. Okay, where the hell are we? Actually, let's use manure for this part. Okay, so we got enough silk. We'll make our hats in the morning, or our beekeeping hat in the morning, and hopefully we can use that to survive just a little bit longer, fend off the horrid darkness just a little bit longer, and that should be great. Should be fine. Let's eat the durian, which is a really bad thing. Blah. Okay, that took a little bit of a hit to our sanity, but it's nothing too bad. So, durians, they count basically as monster meat. Usually I just scrap them, by which I mean I just let them turn into mold and then toss it. But sometimes, you know, you just are like, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Oh good, we got eggplants, so we're going to hopefully have more eggplant seeds after this. But for now, let's go make our beekeeping hats. We already, yeah, we have, so beekeeping hats. Okay, perfect. Let's put our, that's full. Well, am I full health? Yes, I am. Chester, cannot take any more of my crap. I'm running rapidly out of places to put crap. I'm gonna have to start working on another treasure chest. I think I need to chop down a tree for this, I'm not positive. Okay. Let's put down Abigail's flower for now and just use that when we get the chance to. We'll sacrifice a rabbit to the dark god Abigail. Should be okay. Carrots for breakfast, that's okay. And harvest this eggplant, and hopefully we'll get 2 seeds instead of 1. Redbird? Redbird, I'm banking on you, you son of a bitch, Redbird. Next time, it's the blackbird all the way. Can't go wrong with blackbirds. Okay. And let's ignore that for now, and let's make ourselves that chest, since we got the empty space for that. Okay. Oh well. Let's get rid of these. And yeah, let's just sort of look around a little bit. So things that we're going to want to look at this season, we can see that there's a sinkhole over here, and it's sort of near this wormhole. So we're going to figure out what that wormhole leads to. Let's go do that sort of... crap. Let's go get rid of this shit first. Jesus. Getting all kinds of distracted by you folks here. So we're just going to go figure out, like, where that leads to. And that way we can sort of... my mouse is stuck. Alright, and we need bees. I'm so busy. It's just busy as a bee. That's going to break. I don't have a replacement, I don't think. Crap. I don't have a replacement, and I don't know how to... don't know how to make them yet. I haven't actually had to make a spear yet. I think I've got a backup, though. No? Okay, no, I already used that. So we're gonna have to learn how to make a spear. Always just busy, aren't we? Oh god, what's going on? Okay, let's just pick that and see if I stop spazzing out, because I think my button is stuck or something. Okay. One of the many reasons it would be really nice to have the Krampus sack. Alright, let's go. Okay, so this is going to potentially really, really suck. So let's try and find a relatively isolated bee hive here, rather than pick on the one that's just tons of beehives sitting right there. Because you don't want to get in a mess with a whole ton of bees all at once. That's just not a good idea. It's the very definition of swarms. Swarms and swarms of bees. Anyway, I think we're just about at the one that we'll want to pick on. So let's go hit this one. Ouch. Okay, so these guys will follow me. And we might, if we're lucky, be able to swing back around. Okay, so we have to do another pass here. I knew this would break, so let's go equip our new one. Go pick on Chester or something. Okay, so the road there will let us go a little bit faster. Oh crap, they're heading back. Okay, good. Okay, we got the important part, which is the honeycomb. Now, we could also just capture all of the normal bees with a net, which we're going to have to do eventually anyway, but I don't have a net yet, so there we go. And frankly, that's going to be good enough for now. Chester, get the hell out of there. Okay, so we got ourselves the starting of the bee box. We'll go ahead and get the net going, but so much stuff to do, so much stuff to do. I probably should have thought of that before I left there. I wasn't thinking straight, but I mean, we've got time, so I'm not going to worry about it. Bee hat's still pretty okay, that's fine. Time does go by in this game so very quickly. Okay. Okay, so we can talk to Abigail now. So what we're going to do is see if this works. This is going to be another experiment. I know this works with rabbits, but... Nope. Okay, so apparently, if you're using an axe, you don't actually kill the bird fast enough with your axe. So that's something new that I didn't know. That's awful. Okay, so we'll try it again with our spear and see if that one hit kills a bird. You don't normally get a chance to hit them like that, so... It's a little bit meh, I'm gonna call it. Oops. I think I lost my seed there. Oh, maybe not. I'll have to watch the instant replay of that one. Okay, let's try this again. And let's not die to the grue. Okay, so we got... Okay, it worked. Okay, so we can one-hit kill that if we use the spear, not with the axe with Wendy. So other people, I'm assuming, can actually one-hit kill the birds doing that, but... so, anyway, we've performed our dark sacrificial ritual. We got our sister back from beyond the grave, which is of questionable goodness. Last time she just got immediately killed by a tree guard, which was that tree guard that I already killed, but yeah, it should be good. Okay. Why can I not build that there? Okay, let's start building to the south then, I guess. There we go. And yeah, let's see here. What do we need to make the... I think the net was a stick, string, and silk. Yeah, okay. You're going through so much string. What else can I get rid of here? I don't really need this hat yet. I had it on because the beefalo herd was in heat, so I was wearing it to avoid that problem. So, bug nets, string. Let's put away the silk. If I had some teeth, I would really like to be able to get the thing that lets me repair stuff, but that's probably not in the horizon yet. And of course, I am still on the lookout for gears, so we're going to have to go raiding more graves. I think that... oops. If I put this on, actually, I should be able to manage getting a pretty decent amount of stuff out of the graves, and hopefully I'll be able to get another... or a gear so I can make our fridge without having to find Maxwell's biome, but I really am curious as to where Maxwell's biome is in this one. It could be... I'm thinking that I missed it in here somewhere. That's what feels to me to be the most likely place for it to be, but it is hard to say. Okay, so I don't really need the... I don't really need the beekeeping hat for this particular job, since I can just run a lot more easily. Yeah. And just run the hell away. Now, what was it for a bee box? I think it was like 4. Okay, I think that's enough bees for now. Catch another one as a just-in-case bee. There we go. Perfect. And we'll use the rest of our charges on our bug net to go catch butterflies later on, but we're just going to use this amount of honey for now. Abigail, are you getting in trouble? No. Good. Should be able to get a butterfly, actually, if we stomp on these flowers. Or we're just gonna, totally freaking drop our microphone. That's, something that we could also do. It's a useful thing to do, I guess. Yeah. It's that thing that you do when you've done something, I guess, impressive in rap or something like that, where you just, like, throw the microphone onto the floor or something. I guess that's the thing. Really? Another durian? Son of a bitch. Okay, I forgot to cook that, but that cooking it just makes everyone angry at me, so... Okay. Now then, let's figure out what we need for our bee net. I'm pretty sure it's 1 plank, but let's find out here. Bee box is under food, I think. Yeah, 2 planks, okay. And that's a bee box. So once again, we'll put our bee box sort of up here since there are 2 flowers here already. There we go. Oh, there's another one of you guys over here. Perfect. Okay, we'll start planting these and hopefully we'll have a really nice bee garden pretty soon. There we go. There. I know we got plenty of flowers around our base. It looks really nice. By contrast to how it looked before, because before it kind of looked a bit shit. We got this fucking durian just sitting here, mocking us, being disgusting. I actually like durian in real life, so it's kind of funny. I thought it was disappointing that you couldn't do something with it that made it delicious, because I like durian shakes, like, just really good, but that's just me. That's just me and my crazy preferences. Okay. Now, we still haven't seen any dragon fruits. It would be nice if we could start up a dragon fruit farm. Oh yeah, I planted this asshole over here so that he could start sprawling around this way so that he wouldn't be in my base. Because he was in my base, but there's only so many that are allowed to grow within a certain proximity, so this stops him from growing in my base. So he's just kind of, like, friggin' there. So anyway, let's go up here a little bit, and we'll do that thing that I said I was going to do, like, 20 minutes ago, where I just start chopping into people's graves and just like, disrespecting them and they're dead. We don't have a shovel, so we can't do that, but I think I can make one, yeah. Good. Okay. It's nighttime, spooky, that's the best time to do this. I haven't dug up all of them, but I have dug up some of them, so let's just see what we can get. Here. Oh my god, this always sucks. It's gonna be ghosts. I already have an amulet. Damn it. I even already have a whistle. Okay, so how's our sanity? 138. That's not too bad. Okay. Here's one I haven't dug up yet. Son of a bitch. All the useless knickknacks. Yes! Victory! Okay, so those, usually you can find one, at least, in a given seed, but it's not guaranteed, so... Oh, crap. That was close. So always make sure that, you know, don't rely on doing it that way. It just works a lot of the time, but not all of the time, so... Durian, we're leaving you here. We're leaving you for dead. Okay. Because I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to make it back in time, so... yeah, so anyway, another thing we're going to do up here is sort of explore around this region, just so that we can think about establishing another base maybe up here in that corner there. Looks pretty pleasant up there, but all that we need that base for is a secondary area for when we're exploring and spelunking in those caves. Because when we're spelunking down there, we don't want to have to walk all the way back to our base if we're on low health, because who knows, we might walk into a lure plant and die, which would suck. And of course, we don't want anything that sucks in our lives. Anyhow, I think that's sort of enough of an explanation about what's going on around here. I hope you found this enjoyable, and don't worry, the sort of actual talking about probably going to be talking more specifically about combat in the caves, and in particular looking for exploration of the ruins that they added in, and how to prepare for them is going to be the first part of this. And, you know, establishing your base just like I did in the base series is, I think, a big part about sort of getting prepared for this sort of thing that we're going to be doing. So, you know, what I'm doing now, you can consider this sort of like the first step of getting ready for exploring the sort of ruins and stuff like that. Oh, crap. Hounds are baying. Let's put on our helmet. With this, Abigail's out, so we're probably set and ready to attack them. So yeah, we're actually pretty much fine. Anyway, I hope you found this enjoyable, and as always, I hope to see you all next time.